Hi guys, so today I'm going to do my January project pan update, and this has been about a week and a half of progress because when I filmed my introduction, of course I left it in the downstairs, which is where I had filmed that, to take some pictures so I wouldn't forget, and so that took away some progress. And then last weekend I did not wear a lot of makeup, so this is about probably a week and a half of progress, but you know, some months are going to be like that, and especially this year, we'll see how it goes month to month. So, we're just going to get started. I did weigh the items at the beginning of the month, and I weighed them today. So, we'll see how it went. I do have one item finished, which is super exciting. I'm hoping to have 2 more finished by the end of this month. So, we'll just start with the first one that I weighed. This is my L'Oreal Silky Sheer BB face lotion. Just looks like this. I use this underneath. I use this before my primer, and it just gives my face a little bit of tint and moisture because my face has been really needing some moisture, and so this has been really nice. It doesn't give any coverage, and the coverage that it does, it's just kind of like a streaky, kind of looks like self-tanner went wrong, but it does give a lot of moisture, so I've been really enjoying that. And I've been trying to pull it down on my neck a little bit too, just to give that a little bit of color, but it was 51 grams at the beginning of the month, and now it is 50 grams, so I did make some progress. We'll see how it goes. I don't know how much the packaging is, but at least I saw movement a little bit. I've never really weighed things, so it's interesting to see how it goes, you know, in these like shorter updates, I guess, when there's not as much time between them. The next thing is something that this year is going to be done. It is the Maybelline Dream Bouncy Blush in Hot Tamale. This is going to be in my makeup inventory and collection this week, so stay tuned for that. If you missed my last one, I'll try and link it down below, but my cream blushes are going to be in there, but I'd really like to finish it this year. I did make some progress. It was 19 grams, and now it is 18, so like I said, did make a little bit of progress here. It did originally have 5.6 grams in here, so quite a bit of product. It was domed, and I just kind of move it around, and I use my fingers to get it, so that's where we're at on this. Eventually, you'll be able to see a difference. Like, I feel like the pictures you might see a little bit, but anyways, yes. So there's that one. The next is the e.l.f. highlighter, which didn't make any progress, probably visually or on the scale. It is the e.l.f. Baked Blush in Pinktastic. I feel like this hump right here is a little less. Because this one was a little bit larger. I don't know if I got that in the picture when I took it, but I feel like it's gone down. I use it every day I wear makeup. It just gives some highlight and luminous to my face. If I look at my makeup at the end and I don't wear this, I can tell a big difference. I like having that highlighter look. So I really like this. I'm wearing it today, and like I said, it's like my favorite highlighter. Would definitely think about repurchasing this. I have some other highlighters that I'm working on, but this is definitely a favorite, possibly holy grail. I haven't tried a ton of highlighters, so it's hard for me to say sometimes like this is my holy grail, but this is like my favorite so far that I've tried. But I have some other highlighters I want to try, but I love powder highlights, and the color is just gorgeous. Speaking of highlighters, I've been using the Cella Ivory Lace highlighter for underneath my brow bone and into my inner corner. So this is where, there we are on the 8th, and now here we are on the 21st. So I did make some progress. I did sharpen this a few times, and I've been sharpening my pencil products a little bit more instead of waiting until they get like super dull, and I think that's been really helping them like stay pigmented, because after, especially this, because I'll put it on after I do like my base shade and my transition shade, then I'll put this on, and so it gets kind of those shadows on them, and then I'll put like another cream color on top of it for my Pan That palette, which an update will be coming up next video. But I was happy I was able to make some progress. And I really like this. It's not something I'd repurchase just because I don't feel like I need that extra step. I feel like just a cream shadow or like a cream colored shadow or a white shadow would be just fine. But I have this. I got this in my Birchbox years ago. So we're going to use it up. But yeah. So there's that. And it was 8 grams last time. It is 7 grams this time. But you can see that's how much progress it was. The eyeliner is one that I finished. It had very little left, and I finished it up. The last little bit ended up breaking off. That's why you can't really, it's in there, is because that last little bit ended up breaking off. But this is done. I'm really, really excited to have an eyeliner done, a makeup product done for January in my project pan. That's awesome. Some things like the highlighter, obviously I'm not going to get done either of those. But this was one I really, really wanted to get done by the end of the month, and I'm really excited because my Pan That palette does have 2 eyeliners in it. It has more, but like I said, stay tuned for the update, and I'm going to talk about what I'm going to do with those. But yeah, so that is done. Super, super excited about that. The next thing is the lip balm. And I don't have very much left of this. It was 7 grams and it's still 7 grams. But that's the product we have left. Not very much. This is it all rolled up. So again, not very much. I've just been using this every morning as I get ready. I have another one by my bed that I've been using at night. So this one hasn't got as much like love as it probably should. But I'm going to work on it. Probably carry it around with me and it will be okay. The next thing is the lip stain, and this is still 6 grams. It was 6 grams, still 6 grams. Still can't see through it. I'm thinking about taking the stopper out because I only use it at my house, and there's not very much product on the wand. Once I get it out, I have to reapply it a couple, like go in there and really scrape it out. But I think this might be like an opaque packaging, because even when I'm like scraping it, you can't see anything, and I know this is not like super full. So I think I'm going to take out the stopper today. But I wanted to show you kind of where we're at, and I didn't want that to skew my like weighing. At least for this update, my finale is what it is. My dog's up there. That's what that is. Leo, we're not growling. The last thing in my January project pan is this lip gloss, and it fell over. It was at 14 grams. Now it is at 12, so obviously I made some decent progress. This is where we were at, and I believe we're about here now. I didn't mark it because it just kept falling over. But I've been trying to keep this with me and use it all the time, especially at my house. So I've been working on it. I'm hoping, actually, to be honest, all 3 lip products are gone by the end of the month. So we'll see. My goal is to have 2 done a month. So if we could get those 3 out, that'd be great, since they weren't like full when we started the month. But yeah, those were my January project pan items. I hope you enjoyed this update. Let me know if you're doing a project pan. I just choose to do monthly ones, so then I can change them in and out, products in and out at the beginning of the next month. But I hope you enjoyed. Like I said, my Pan That palette update is going to be up next. That's my next video, and then I'll have some makeup inventory, after that. If you haven't seen my other 2 makeup inventory like segments, I will link those down below, just because it is a little bit different than majority of people do, and I like to spread it out as well. So anyways, I will talk to you later. I hope you have a great day. Bye.